It's the place to be, you're gonna get to know. Restaurants and movies appear, amusement parks and ocean piers, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City's face, a changing place, time to lead the way. You want to see the old become the new, remember yesterday. Rolling chairs and trolley cars, Ferris wheels and movie stars, boardwalk built and loved by family. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City star shines near and far, you can see its glow. You get some sand in your shoes, shells in your hand, it's the place to go. Beauty pageants and parades, cotton candy taffies made, boardwalk built and loved by families. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground. Atlantic City, my hometown. Atlantic City, world's playground.
Hello, welcome to the Postcard Show. My name is Joseph Polillo.
I'm John Polillo, his twin brother.
Okay, we're not faking it. We're both looking alike, and we're going to show you the postcards of Atlantic City. Actually, photographs from booklets of old. Booklets from 1880, 1910s, 20s. And we're going to go right into it because we don't want to waste time. We want to bring you the history. This is the boardwalk in Atlantic City.
I believe this is Ocean Avenue in the boardwalk. We knew it as the Hotel Belmont and the Dunlap, but really it was the Boardwalk National Bank, actually the Waldorf Astoria.
Okay, later Coonley, former mayor, owned the one on the left, and the Dunlap became what?
The new Hotel New Belmont.
All right. Okay, uptown, Nixon Theater, boardwalk at New Jersey.
Here's the Rudolph, the St. Charles, the Nixon Theater, which became the Globe. This is Maryland in the boardwalk. Here's State, Persky Studios right here. Here's Maryland Avenue. This here building became Cornblath's Restaurant.
Pardon my shadow. Okay, we're going to go to another one though. That's just Starnes at the inlet. No big whoop. It's all right. We got no problems with that.
This is North Carolina and Atlantic. No, wait a second. That's Pennsylvania and Atlantic. This is the Preston building.
Okay.
This is the trolley going towards the inlet on Atlantic Avenue at Pennsylvania.
Right. Fantastic. A sailboat at the beach.
There's a sailboat right off South Carolina Avenue with the Steel Pier Ballroom, a quarter-mile out at sea.
Hey, they shoot horses, don't they? The beach off the Steel Pier looking east towards Hines Pier, no Garden Pier.
Right, this would be Maryland and States and Delaware. It's a nice sandbar, everybody out on it. There's Hines Pier, which was the Iron Pier, though, not not particularly Heinz at this time.
On the bathing hour in times past, people only went to the beach at the high tide.
Same shot.
Used to talk about doggies.
But if you slide this way,
Oh yeah, the big shot.
you can
Can't see
actually
it
get
that
the
well.
glare off it.
Here you go.
There's Virginia Avenue. There's the Islesworth, the Strasbourg. This here particular building became Cornblau's restaurant. Here's Maryland Avenue. Here's States Avenue, up to the St. Charles and the Rudolph. There's no breakers in front here.
And that boardwalk cuts back.
Right, and at Massachusetts Avenue, you had Heinz Pier out there.
Hello. All we know about that.
That's the inlet pier again.
Yeah. And people on the beach having a good time. That's
Beach
how they went
shots.
down the beach fully dressed, huh? You see a goofball down there today, huh?
Yeah.
Fully dressed, you'd say he's a goofball, eh?
There's Virginia Avenue. There's the Islesworth and the Strasbourg on Maryland. And here's the building I showed you where the Oyster Bar was here. The Virginia Theater goes in here. Right now, the entire Taj Mahal is
Both
sitting
sides.
on this here, both sides of the street, all the way down to Pennsylvania.
A little
There's a
water.
little thing here.
This is the one you want to see, right?
Look at that shot. That's the Brighton Casino at Indiana Avenue and the Boardwalk, across Boardwalk and Park Place. And there's the first pier in Atlantic City. It was called the West Jersey. It's sitting out off of Mississippi Avenue.
No $1 million
$1
pier.
pier would go right in here.
Don't
in
wreck the book.
1906.
You stuck the pointer right in the book,
All right, go ahead.
okay? On air, off air, you ruined my book. Holds an end of it, too. How about helping out? I mean, same idea.
Same shot,
Yep, same shot. It go out in the boat.
sailing.
Next book, show the cover.
Well, now you want to show here, St. Charles Place in Pacific, looking towards the inlet.
Isn't that something?
That's a
See
nice
that
shot.
block was for carriages to hook up, right?
That's right. This block here, they kept this street dirt for 100 years because the people owned horses and
What's that
carriages.
in the street there? Don't poke the book. Looks like horse manure in the corner of the street there. Here's the book, okay? Atlantic City Views. And it goes back sometime, some years. All right? Here's the other book. Another beautiful book. Got to search all over the place for books like this. Go to all the conventions and paper shows and postcard shows. So, oh, Atlantic City.
All right.
Don't know where at.
Well, we're talking South Carolina, North Carolina, Pennsylvania to Steeplechase.
All right. Let's just move this one out. I had the tabs in there. Here you go.
How about this?
Too
guy?
far back. All right. Okay. Pardon me.
There's the
Lifeguards.
lifeguards. This is really old. This is Central Pier out here. The net hall is out there. And out there, it's not $1 million, it's Central Pier.
Some girls on the beach.
All right.
That's
Steel
typical.
Pier.
Yeah, we got some stuck together here.
Well, this is this particular
Too hard to
picture.
see, but we want to show the lifeguard. Check
Here's
him
the
out there.
lifeguard.
He's out there. That's early, too.
St. Charles and the Rudolph, way uptown.
Right on. Back to the girls on the beach having a good time. See what we have. Doing the cakewalk on the pier.
That was Central Pier. That was that big warehouse out over the sea you could see. All right, here
Whoop, the book is...
you have Kentucky Avenue and the Boardwalk. This is the Luray, off the balcony of the Luray to Tennessee Avenue.
Okay, Steel Pier again area,
That's
right?
Pennsylvania Avenue right here coming across, right underneath the Boardwalk. Over here, you have Applegate's Pier.
The book's falling.
I know, the staple came out of it, but you got two hands, right?
Yeah, and there's one boardwalk.
There it is, Tennessee and the Boardwalk. The building on your left, which you think is the Mayflower, is really the Waldorf Astoria. The Mayflower isn't built yet.
Young's Hotel.
All right.
There's children on the beach having a good time. Get the angle right. Okay, get the angle right, and we'll show you some more. Boardwalk. Okay. This is an old book. We're trying to be fragile with it. There's a fire.
Right, there's the fire on Kentucky Avenue, Illinois and Kentucky Avenue in 1906.
And they kept that story up until the 50s and all, and pretty much everything was burnt completely out. We're not going to show you that photo. It's one of
It's
them
too
double
large.
pages.
Here's the boardwalk after the fire.
Yeah, how to get urban renewal.
This is from Illinois to Kentucky. You can actually even see it better in the next two pictures over here. Here's the Windsor. This is Illinois Avenue. Here's the Windsor still standing. They got spared.
The Tarleton.
But the Tarleton and everything over to Kentucky Avenue is completely burned out. You can see it here. And then that's where all those lots were, where the Lombardi Motel went up when we were kids. Here it is here. Here's a close-up. There's the Windsor still there on Illinois, and you can see the Tarleton burnt down and spared the Windsor.
Almost took the Windsor, right.
Right.
Urban renewal.
There's that Pacific Avenue shot again.
All right, couple more. There's the life-saving station house.
All right, Vermont Avenue.
Which is this house off to the side. What side?
Right
that
there.
Side. Okay.
This just burnt down. He tried to rebuild it and it burnt down. They declared it arson.
Arson again, Atlantic City?
Right.
Gee whiz, must have been the history.
Sailboats of Atlantic City.
Okay, and we have another page and then another book.
Well, that's just those sea pictures. Here's the ship that you had to get on in Longport to go across to Ocean City.
Very good.
All right.
Now another book we have moving into place is this one. We go with this one. Look at this one.
That's a book of Atlantic City.
Looks like a television tube of the 50s, but it's way back. These photos are way back, and we have single photos. We're going to go through the book.
There's no garden pier here at all. There's the Rudolph. The breakers gets put in front of the Rudolph.
Seen that one many times, many times. You can all check them out. I'll turn the pages here.
Let's figure out what we're looking at here. This is Steeplechase. The back of Steeplechase along with Steel Pier. That's from Tennessee Avenue to South Carolina Avenue.
So,
Let's look it over here. All right, that's Maryland Avenue to States, I'm pretty sure, because here's the Islesworth and the Strasburg.
okay.
East of Steel Pier towards Hines Pier.
Seen that before. Just be patient. If you've seen it before, don't worry about it.
Steel Pier.
You never
On
see
this
that
lot
again.
went this, what movie? The Stanley?
Yeah,
the Strand.
Strand went there and the Virginia on the other side.
Right. There's the Steel Pier when it was open air. Chalfont. The Haddon Hall down in here before the arcade building got put in front of resorts. This was resorts.
As cottages. Don't stick the pointer into the photo, fella. Okay, what do you got? Same old picture from before.
South Carolina Avenue and the beach.
Okay.
There's Steeplechase.
Tell you, don't scrape the book.
Here's the Children's Seashore home back here.
Okay, and here's
The
the
Marlborough House got built here. You notice there's no Blenheim.
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 Get Ed Davis after you, man. Ed Davis says Blenheim. You better start saying Blenheim. Our diction's a little off. We're just a little south of the Mason-Dixon line here. Here's the distant cottage. Hey, what are you, an echo?
The Brighton Punch Room was right up front here. I don't know what was in that stuff. There's Virginia Avenue.
Saw it before.
As you can see, right here is where the oyster bar was, and they served you the oysters. I showed you that picture a couple. What's his name's sandwich shop went in here, Cornblaws.
Okay.
Then the Virginia Theater got put here.
Cornblaws went to Virginia and Pacific later, right?
Well, they went under the boardwalk first.
Oh, under the board, then urban renewal out of
Right.
there.
This particular picture, you can see the chimneys of the Tarleton that burnt down after the fire. You can see the Windsor that was spared and the old Traymore sitting back in here. Now what you got here, if you see this row of umbrellas, this perfect row of umbrellas, they're the new stores that went up from Kentucky to Illinois after the fire.
And on the right there, that spiral, that's Kentucky Avenue, right?
Kentucky and the boardwalk, right there.
Trailingers took that building over. Here's the 4 hotels. We'd like to really point these out. These are important. John, hit it.
Here you have the Traymore and the Windsor at Illinois and the boardwalk. Here you have the Royal Palace at Pacific in the boardwalk. See the lighthouse in the background?
That's
Here-
facing into Atlantic City, that photo.
That's facing towards Margate, right from
Right.
Pacific in the water, straight into the lighthouse.
Altman Park, as it was known.
Right, to us, Altman Park. Royal Palace has been gone a while. This is the Yarmouth and the Savoy. This is Belmont to California Avenues. The Ritz-Carlton would go up right here.
And the next one is the
The next
Chelsea.
one is the Chelsea and the Agnew. Now, we can't quite figure out if the Agnew became the Osden and the Espanol, or the Agnew stood between the Espanol Osden and the president.
But as we knew it, it was the Deauville as the Chelsea with the Deauville West with the La Concha with the, it was the Chelsea really, but
Malibu, the Island Club.
the Austin, the president.
Right.
There's a good one. Can't get that down enough, but there it is. Atlantic Avenue looking east. The Manhattan on the right?
Manhattan Building right there.
Right, Preston on the left. Bartlett Building with its tower top.
Guaranteed Bank and Trust Building.
Yes. Now known as any other bank who buys it next week.
Here's the Fort Michigan at Michigan Avenue in the Boardwalk.
Yeah.
They put a bridge out to it and charged money to go in this. There's Boardwalk and Park Place right here.
Okay. Ho! Atlantic Avenue from New York Avenue looking east, showing the Real Estate and Law Building, City Hall, as we knew it up to 1968, and the Bartlett Building behind that. On the right-hand side, it was everything. J.J. Newberry's, Ben Franklin 5 and 10, Hamburgers,
M.A.B. Blatt went in
Embassy, theaters, everything.
here. Everything went in here. Over here was the Embassy.
Yeah, the Embassy in the Hollywood in the center. There's Mississippi Avenue and the beach at high tide.
Actually, it's Missouri Avenue Pavilion,
Okay.
Columbia Place, and here's the West Jersey Pier at Mississippi Avenue. So everyone waited for the train to come back and pick them up and go out.
Yes, because if they would all block the boardwalk, there would be thousands of people standing waiting for the train at the street end, so they had to build a big pier to house them all.
All right, here's how clean the city was. There's the Shelburne. Here's the Dennis. This is Michigan Avenue. And look at how they came up, and it was one ramp to the boardwalk.
Yeah, up both sides.
Right,
and
now they go up both sides completely.
Right.
But this is Wild Wild West. Goes right across here, and this is all Wild Wild West from here down to Arkansas.
Wow, wow,
The
west.
Wild Wild West.
Okay, what do we got?
That's Pacific Avenue from Indiana, no, from Michigan to Ohio.
St. Paul's Church, Atlantic City High School, now Central, and Gowan Hall.
Greg Hall
Greg
at
Hall.
Illinois and Pacific. This is Indiana and Pacific.
Hello. Hey, there's all the Italians at
That's
Mississippi.
Mississippi and the beach, you're correct.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, the Convention Hall would go right along here. This is along the side of Rendezvous Park.
Hello. Hello.
All right, St. Nick's. I don't know what this was, but it was a bar in the 60s and 70s called Little John's. What a sacrilege there. They turned a Baptist church into a bar. Here's the Hotel Elbron and all the carriages.
Come on, man. The whole place is drunk. Okay. What's that?
Virginia Avenue.
Okay.
Over here, when
Virginia.
we were kids, was the Oceanic Gift Shop and the Morton.
And the bus stop, it drove right in there. You
drove
sat
right
in a
in
little
there.
house. That's where the scene in the city, Atlantic City, USA, final
This is where Burt Lancaster actually shoots the guy. But this was Z Parking when we were kids, when the Ellsworth came out of there.
CPK parking.
Right.
Yeah.
There's
Royal Palace.
There it is.
At
This
Pacific.
is the Oriental Rug Shop right here. They made that Oriental Avenue afterwards because that's where the boardwalk used to be. Then they took the boardwalk around this way. There's the life-saving station right there. It was a pier. The boat was up here. When the water got rough, they got in the boat and dropped down like an elevator and went to save the people.
Up.
Well, that's the lighthouse.
Still there. Couple more. Some sailboats. All these photos became postcards. If they
Right.
look familiar, they were made into postcards, so there's that book.
All right.
Now, isn't that a very nice book? There. I don't know how much I paid for that, but that certainly cost us some
Yeah, that
little
book's still
cash.
out there. You can find that.
I can?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go through these calendar books that were offered by the museum. What I want to do is put these pictures in there, and we'll flip them down so that you can see them. Well, that looks like the elephant in Margate.
That is the elephant in Margate, the pachyderm. But now it's 2 blocks further down. Now they moved it from here down 2 blocks.
And here's how we knew Atlantic City as kids from 54 on. That probably is 1954 with everything lit up.
Right, that wound up on the James Assault water toffee boxes.
Yeah, the Traymore, the Claridge, the...
Not the Slight Frailingers and
Oh, yeah.
the other fudge shops, Lofts.
There's a long car, a jitney,
There's a jitney.
at, what, North Carolina and Arctic.
Yeah, it's right there by Bacharach Boulevard.
These calendars are offered by the Atlantic City Historical Museum, probably from photographs of Robert Ruffalo's collection.
Cornball's Restaurant, when they moved down to Pacific Avenue. Here's a couple jitneys out front. There's some lifeguards.
Although, probably still alive today, some of these guys.
All right. If anybody knows who they are, call us and tell us. We're in the book.
What beach? Is that Steel
That's
or Million
South.
Dollar or what?
That's South Carolina, right?
Okay.
Here's how you went down the beach. You dug a big hole, you waited for the tide to come up and wreck your fort.
Dig to China, right?
And yeah, you would dig down in there and have a good old time.
Yeah. Wait for the tide to come up.
There's what it looked like west from Million Dollar Pier. It's the Ritz, the Ambassador, the Chelsea, the Agnew, the Osden, and the President.
Hello. That's how we knew it.
That's how we know it, right. There's an Easter Sunday scene on the boardwalk from in front of Steeplechase Pier looking east towards Steel Pier and the Jackson Building. Here's a seaside block here.
Not too many people up the boardwalk in those days.
There's Atlantic Avenue outside the Law Building between New York and Tennessee.
And
Here's M.E. Blatt.
Later Litz.
Right. Litz.
Later the City Center building.
Right.
Coca-Cola sign on the roof, trolley down the street, and cars parked in a, what would that be, vertical?
It's called parallel.
Parallel parking?
Right.
I don't know. It's parking now.
There's
Hey,
M.B. Barab, coal. When we were young kids, Mr. Barab gave us a job at Virginia in the Boardwalk doing the beach chair concession.
you can also see the progression of the phone system. When we were kids, it was like, if it was 81555, you
yeah.
got 3481555. If it was a 5, I always put the 34 in front of the 4, the 5.
The 6 became 8s. Everything
Right.
else stayed the same. So
And that's
6,
Barab. You recognize that name?
yeah, Jake. Well, she was in Miss Atlantic City too, his daughter.
Well, Jake Barab hired me as 12-year-old beach boy for umbrellas and pads, and I worked on the side of Virginia Avenue, and John worked at the next beach for Stanley Warshafter, and that's how we started to acquire a work ethic.
Well, Whitey Levan had the Pennsylvania Avenue side.
Whitey Levan has a wonderful book out.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
going to profile that one.
Get
one
his
show.
book. He's got every picture in the world. Here's Kent's restaurants between South Carolina and North Carolina and Atlantic.
Those buildings may still be there, those two buildings.
All right, they may, now I think it's a parking lot.
Which one had the conveyor belt that brought the food out along the counter?
And I think that was this one or the Arkansas Avenue one, I'm not
I
sure.
hear you.
There's the dentist around Christmas time.
Very good. That's a good one, the
That
dentist.
is a good one. Here's the
Use that
lighthouse
to knock the
again.
page down. There you go. Boardwalk, Park Place, Marlborough House, Blenheim, Dennis,
Right.
Shelburne,
It's all gone. Valley Wild West,
Caesar.
Caesars, Ocean One now.
I heard they're going to put some clothes on those statues in
I
there.
hope so.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
There's the way the piers look looking west. You can still see remnants of the West Jersey here. This is the $1 Million Pier.
And you can still get these calendars from the museum, Atlantic City Historical Museum. That's where I bought them. 1995, the good old days calendar. That's one. Here comes another. We're going to bring up another. See which way it goes first. That's Keith Theater, right?
That's Keith Cedar on the side of $1 Million Pier. I got a picture of Houdini hanging out of here.
Houdini, he disappeared, right?
This is the R.C. Maxwell. They were very popular around here, putting all the
Prominent.
billboards all over with the green lattice underneath and that. It was wild.
All along the highways. Remember the one on the White Horse Pike with the Miss Atlantic City coming through the billboard?
Right?
Well, that was tremendous.
Well, out by the Delilah Road Bridge, they had the USS Steel Pier, the big boat.
That's another city of their signs. They were state jobs, right?
Just grab the yellow post-it
That's
notes.
all right. There's
This here sign was the biggest electrical sign in the world. It was on top of the $1 Million Pier front ballroom before it burnt down and was torn down.
Yeah, you wonder what's wrong when you drink all that liquor.
There's Miss America coming down the boardwalk. Here's a Maxwell sign above the stores at Missouri and the boardwalk. Here's Funland.
Hello.
Check that corny
What's
looking
that
car.
say behind it there?
Soda Mart.
Shelburne.
Oh,
What
the
street you say that's on?
Arkansas, didn't I?
I don't know,
Arkansas
but
to
see-
Missouri.
To have the Shelburne and a little bit of the Clarence being
Michigan.
seen behind it, right.
Yeah, it's in front of $1 Million Pier, looking towards the
Don't
right.
forget the foreground and the background.
That's beside the Garden Pier where they put a big Jansen swimsuit sign there. This is Garden Pier here.
At night, huh?
There's a night rolling chair parade going down the
Boy,
boardwalk.
nighttime was something on the boardwalk. Okay.
That's the way the signs looked on the boulevard.
Whoa, Bardoni. There's the train coming in to Atlantic City. And
There's how the Chesterfield sign looked on the Steeplechase Pier.
Okay. And that's another one of those great books that you can buy from the museum. And that's pretty good. Now, 1972 shows up. Here's a photo of 1972. What is it?
Looks like the train were bowing out.
Bye-bye Trainmore.
Right, here's the Golden Domes going down.
Now, you tell me a story. Do we have on film from Controlled Demolition Inc. programs on TV and Dennis Roy collecting them and others, PVI 6, do we have the demolition explosions of just about every building in Atlantic City on
We've got
tape?
every building except the Shelburne and the breakers gone
And the
down.
Deauville.
I don't remember the Deauville.
The Deauville, it took out the board.
Oh yeah, it took out the boardwalk, yeah. We got that. We're going to try to get these copies for you and get them on the air, little clips. There's JFK Plaza, which was nice till they put an ice rink up there now, and all of this is gone.
That'll be moved. It may be moved at this
The
time.
Miss America pageant lost a lot of revenue there. There's the military here during World War II.
That's women. That's all women.
Yeah. Who's these?
I'll use them. You mind your own show, pal.
That's smart, Joe.
Here it is. That's Park Place, Diston, Cottages, Brighton, Hotel, Casino, and the glass enclosure to the inside. Very good. There's some Miss Americas. No problem. Everything's good. One-piece suits all. It's different now. And there are residents, probably. Lifeguards and beauty queens from the north side. Very good. There's the first phase of the Trainmore. Very good picture. Fantastic, too. That's early. That's a postcard. Remember that as a postcard? And then Heinz Pier entrance.
A lot
Very
of people
nice.
may still be around and remember that. This is where you went onto the Heinz Pier and got your little pickle. You went out to here and they had dances and an accordion.
Now, they give you a little plastic pickle, but did they serve you real pickles?
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Thought maybe you knew. You know, you fucking knew
Kentucky
everything.
Avenue Easter Parade.
Hello, down on the north side.
It's in
Or
front
up
of
on
the Timbuktu, I think.
Hello. They may be local people still
All right.
here, still around.
Could be.
Got to give the residents of Atlantic City for working in them hotels. They were the service of Atlantic City. There was no doubt about that.
Here's the fire department.
Hey,
They seem to be right behind the Marlboro Blenheim on Ohio Avenue. They were out there. They did their thing.
they sure did.
There's the Trainmore in its full glory. Now, the difference with this picture is the Windsor stood here. It almost burnt down in 1906, but then it became the parking for the Trainmore. This is a westbound-looking shot, which is very rare in the pictures of the Trainmore.
Look at the size of that.
Oh, that was an immense building. Up here in this library, up here in the front, that's where they met with Al Capone, and the FBI told him, Al, turn yourself in tomorrow, all right?
Time to go, Al.
Right. Time to go.
That's another one of those good calendars. Here's another calendar. Looks like the front of Steel Pier.
That is the front of Steel Pier.
Okay.
Saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So we're going to flip through this other calendar here. There's Steel Pier again, the ink spots.
Gene
Krupa. Very good. There is so much history connected with Atlantic City that you'd have a similar problem.
This is the Steel Pier right now, with amusements back on it in this day and age. After they leveled the whole thing and built a new deck. There's the Steel Pier years ago with the Walendas. Here's the Garden Pier in the background, and the Heinz. Here's the Breakers and the St. Charles. There's the Diving Horse.
Very good, diving horse. They shoot horses, huh?
Here's the Steel Pier from the downtown side looking east.
I got a couple of photos in the middle here. I want to see them. Hey,
Here's Johnny Mathis on the pier back in the early, just before the 60s, like 58, 59, and his choir or whatever sang with him. And there's Johnny Mathis.
it could be high school.
Could be our high school friends up there singing with him. This was a
band.
Barata band, whoever they were.
Now on Johnny Mathis, you know, he's still coming here. Him and Paul Anka and them guys are still appearing here.
That's true.
Now here's something John's going to explain to you, a number of things, even where we grew up.
Oh, this is where Rendezvous Park was. The roller coaster was right here, and it burnt down, and they decided to build the convention hall. This is the ballroom. Here's the main hall the steel being erected. Here's Pacific Avenue from Georgia across the Mississippi. Here's where the bowling alley would be here, and the Bellinopoly restaurant went right in there.
Pacific Avenue, you mean?
Yeah, right here, Pacific Avenue, right here.
Right. 26 and a half George is back the other side, right? That's where Mom grew up.
My mother grew up right back this alley here at 26 and a half George Avenue.
Now, I think 26 and a half George Avenue would be over here somewhere, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, and Bellinopoly across Pacific would be over here, right?
Right, and the bowling alley.
Danny Fideli's place, where would that be?
That'd
Here?
be on Missouri.
Over further, right?
Right, well, but Betts was on the corner that you can't see.
They got the front built, they're building the back. They have a couple minutes left. This is the crane building over in here, the exhibits for the crane building. So this book here we're going to hold. We're going to go into that to the next show. We have a few more books like this, which we will do. And what we want to do is thank Atlantic, TV Atlantic. It's a small one, but we want you to see that. They give us a good ad in there. You can see our new time is 10:30 a.m. We want everybody to tune in. It's a great show. People enjoy it. We enjoy doing it. My 80,000 postcards will be on screen when I get done these next 13 shows. We will have a total of 52 shows. And in the future, you may want to know about Atlantic City. What John has here is
two quickies.
Two quicks. The playbills
for Ragtime, which is about Atlantic City. It's in Broadway.
And Steel Pier.
And the play on Broadway, Steel Pier. That may be offshore. Thank you.
All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We hope to see you again next week. Wake up a little earlier. See our show. We're on our way off.
New York has its lady, San Francisco the Bay, Paris has its tower, London its queen. The town I was born in might change from old to new. That's something I must tell you. I've got sand in my shoes. I'll never leave Atlantic City. I'll never go too far away. I'll never leave Atlantic City. On the boardwalk, the song, people come every day, taking the salt air, walk on its beaches, might ride in rolling chairs. When they look at the brand new, think of the old days, things they used to do. Atlantic City, my hometown, I won't forget Atlantic City. I'll never leave and go too far.